Hi, I'm Cavin Elizabeth and I'm a wedding photographer based in San Diego. Today's video is actually going to be for vendors. I do think it will also be helpful for brides, so if you are a bride, definitely still watch this if you love invitation photos and you want to know how to get really pretty invitation photos. But basically, I have decided that I'm going to be doing maybe twice a month some videos for vendors, kind of centered around photography and how they can really get better photos from the photographer just by helping them out. So today's is going to be all about how stationery vendors, graphic designers, whatever it may be, can get better photos of their work from real weddings. Now, a lot of times couples, especially if they're doing custom invitations, have spent a lot of time and money on their stationery and all of their paper pieces and signs, anything that they've had made, and the artist who has made those, hopefully you watching, is somebody who has put a lot of creativity and their own time into creating something that they're really proud of and they want to show to the world to hopefully get more work on a similar level. Now, if you are a stationery designer, one of the things that you can do to make sure that you get better photos for the wedding day is to email the photographer ahead of the wedding day and just let them know that you are going to be sending the bride or sending the photographer or giving it to the planner to give to the photographer a little packet of every single stationery piece that was made for the wedding and possibly some extras, which I'll talk about in a bit. So I recently had a wedding where the stationery designer, who is Brightly Designed, gave me a full invitation suite for one of my couples, and inside she included the envelope with the liner. She also included the entire set of invitation pieces with the ribbon that it was wrapped in. So this for me was really helpful. My bride also had a second set for me, which was great because when I have more than one, I can arrange in different ways, kind of do things a little bit more creatively. But if you email the photographer and let them know and ask them if they can spend a little bit of time doing this, or perhaps if you want to go there on the wedding day, help them style if they're not really that great at styling or it's not something that they are very experienced with, that's something that you could possibly ask if they were okay with. You can come, you can style it, they can shoot it. That's great. If the photographer is great at styling, they probably already want to spend this time doing this. Now, I typically will ask my brides to get the invitation suite for me, but it's really great when the invitation designer reaches out because I know that they're going to make sure everything is included and they're going to give me a clean set of the envelopes. They're not going to be postmarked. They're not going to have any sort of dirt on them or any mail markings. It's going to be clean and fresh, no bumps, no dents. One of the things that I suggest, and this is completely at the discretion of you invitation designers, this is probably not something brides should really ask for unless they know the invitation designer well or it's something that has been discussed. But invitation designers, if you want some really great photos of your work, I think that it is completely worth throwing in a couple of extras just for the photos. So for example, perhaps you make an envelope that has hand calligraphy instead of digital printing, just to spice things up a bit, a little bit of a nice upgrade for the couple, but also for your photos. You might also decide to include maybe a little illustration on a piece of paper that has to do with the wedding, or you might just simply upgrade one of the pieces, throw some things in that are extra, maybe some wax seals, things like that, that might really help reinforce the story for the couple. And even though the couple wasn't able to purchase those, it's a nice little gift to give to them that can be photographed so you get better photos of your work and the couple gets a couple extra goodies to have in their invitation suite, which hopefully they're going to frame or do something with in the future. Now, if you have had a lot of invitation suites that have not been photographed either to your liking or in your style or photographed in a way that really suits your brand, one of the things that I recommend doing is either a couple times a year or at the end of the year, hiring a photographer to capture all of these suites for you. So you can pick this photographer, you should be paying them, don't ask them to do it for free, or you can do a trade with them. Maybe they have an event coming up where they need invitations. Anything like that is a great fair trade, but basically hire or trade with a photographer to shoot your invitation suites that are your favorite. You can style them exactly how you like. You can do it on your own time so you're not rushed on the wedding day, and that's a really great idea for getting images in your portfolio that not only show your work, but because they're shot by the same photographer, they're incredibly consistent and you are the one in control of what the backdrops look like, what the styling looks like, so everything will be very cohesive. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that if you are an invitation designer, this has got you thinking about how to get better photos of your work. One thing you can even do is you can yourself style some invitations at home. Take a quick iPhone shot of it, send it to the photographer just for inspiration, or tell them key pieces that you really want to highlight, such as the letterpress or the hand-torn edges of a piece of paper, anything that you really don't have that many photos of, or things that are specially ordered by the bride, whatever it may be, tell them. Otherwise, they might just be focusing on some main shots. They might not be grabbing certain close-ups that you want. But again, you can always hire somebody after the wedding to shoot these for yourself. But anyways, hope you found this helpful. I hope that you start doing some of these things and that you see better results. Brides, I hope that this makes you understand what goes into invitation photos. A lot of us spend so much time styling them because you spent so much time and money and thought and care into the design process and getting these made for your wedding. So we love telling the story of that, and hopefully you have chosen a fantastic invitation designer to have beautiful invites for your own wedding. See you guys next time. Bye!